Good morning, candidates. Uh, for next few days, we will have these classes so that I can tell you what are the things you have to study, and we can also discuss about something important that is happening. I will tell you what I have in my mind. But now Mahima has asked a doubt, so she wanted to know what is UPI and what is IMPS. Just we will go through this. Continue.
Unified Payments Interface (UPI) is a system that powers multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application of any participating bank, merging several banking features, seamless fund routing, and merchant payments into one hood. It also caters to the peer-to-peer collect request, which can be scheduled and paid as per requirement and convenience. With the above context in mind, NPCI conducted a pilot launch with 21 member banks. The pilot launch was on 11th April
No, but no,
2016.
no. But that is all history. That is not required. How is it unique? You please study.
How is it unique? Immediate money transfer through mobile device round the clock 24 by 7 and 365 days. Single mobile application for accessing different bank accounts. Single click two factor authentication aligned with the regulatory guidelines, yet provides for a very strong feature of seamless single click payment. Virtual address of the customer for pull and push provides for incremental security, with the customer not required to enter the details such as card number, account number, IFSC, etc. QR code. Best answer to cash on delivery hassle, running to an ATM or rendering exact amount. Merchant payment with single application or in-app payments. Utility bill payments, over the counter payments, QR code, scan and pay based payments, donations, collections, disbursements, scalable, raising complaints from mobile app directly.
Participants.
Participants in UPI, payer PSP, pay PSP, remitter bank, beneficiary bank, NPCI, bank account holders, merchants.
Yeah. This is, if you know this, this will be the, you must know this. Say UPI is a system that has been formed which you can use by having, say, on a mobile application. And the uniqueness of this point is immediate money transfer, single mobile application. And these are the parties involved in this, namely payer, PSP means what? PSP selling point or what? What is the expansion of PSP? Anybody knows? Can you guess what it is? PSP. No, no, no. PSP. Uh, what is
The PSP is banking company that is a member of UPI and connects to the UPI platform for providing UPI payment facility to the PSP and TPAF.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
ऐसे लिखा हुआ है गूगल पे.
हाँ गूगल पर लिखा है अच्छा उसको वेरी गुड व्हाई डोंट यू पोस्ट इट इन अवर ग्रुप ओके
The
आफ्टरवर्ड्स
PSP payment service provider.
पेमेंट सर्विस प्रोवाइड दैट्स व्हाट आई वांटेड पेमेंट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर गुड then remitter remitter bank beneficiary that is they want to know whether it is GeoPay or sorry Google Pay, GPay or Phone Pay. What is it we are using? So then a remitter bank, beneficiary bank, NPCI, bank account holders, and then merchants. I don't know how merchants are coming in this. Doesn't
The
matter.
remitter is the one sending and beneficiary is one receiving.
Yeah, good. Now you wanted to know from the other one is IMPS, correct?
Yes, so there was a question in a mock interview or something that what is the difference between UPI and IMPS? Like when IMPS was there, what was the need for introduction of UPI? I
Yeah.
read something and
Now read IMPS.
IMPS immediate payment service for transferring real time and 24/7 365 interbank was a major challenge faced in banking industry. Only NEFT and RTGS were available to user for fund transfer during banking hours. With the above context in mind, NPCI conducted a pilot study on the mobile payment system with the banks like SBI, BOI, UBI, and ICICI in August 2010. Also, the banks like Yes Bank, Axis, and HDFC Bank joined this league in the month of September, October, and November 2010,
No, no.
respectively.
छोड़ दीजिए. Come to next paragraph. IMPS provides.
IMPS provides robust real-time fund transfer, which offers an instant 24 by 7 interbank electronic fund transfer service that could be accessed on multiple channels like mobile, internet, ATM, SMS. IMPS is an emphatic service which allows transferring of funds instantly within banks across India, which is not only safe but also economical. Currently on IMPS, 684 members are live, which includes banks and PPIs.
Hmm.
This facility is provided by NPCI through its existing NFS switch,
Oh,
National Finance.
National Financial Switch.
Yeah. The eligible criteria for the banks who can participate in IMPS is that the entity should have valid banking or prepaid payment instrument license from Reserve Bank of India to participate in IMPS.
Hmm.
Objectives of IMPS to enable bank customers to use mobile instruments as a channel for accessing their bank's accounts and remit funds, making payment simpler just with the mobile number of beneficiary. To subserve the goal of Reserve Bank of India in electronification of retail payments, to facilitate mobile payment systems already introduced in India with Reserve Bank of India Mobile Payment Guidelines 2008 to be interoperable across banks and mobile operators in a safe and secure manner, to build the foundation for a full range of mobile based banking services. The participants for IMPS will be as follows: remitter, the one who is sender, beneficiary, that is receiver, banks, National Financial Switch NPCI.
Hmm. That's all.
Pre
Prerequisites. Hmm.
Prerequisites for mobile banking through IMPS. Registration for remitter.
Just a minute.
Register.
Stop. This at least you can read afterwards. It's not a problem. Now that we have read this, now can you answer the question? Um, why there is need for IMPS? But here, the maximum limit we can remit is earlier it was 2 lakhs. Now it has been revised to 5 lakhs. Now it has been raised to 5 lakhs. So,
In UPI, it is 2 lakhs only, and IMPS 5 lakhs.
acha. Oh, is there any condition like that making payment through UPI? Acha. Oh, that
So
I
UPI ka I remember it's 2 lakhs.
no, but good. I will answer this question this way. IMPS is done without using UPI. It is using only National Financial Switch, and um, it can be done up to 5 lakhs. Now, even then, and say in the case of UPI, there are so many other parties. That is PSP of bank, payee, PSB of payer, so many things, so many parties were involved. Here, the number of parties involved are less. Remitter, beneficiary, bank, and then financial switch. So this seems to be a quicker mode of remittance, and this can be used up to 5 lakhs. So that way, this system is more beneficial. That's what I will say. But even then, I am not convinced of the reason why there is a need for one more when there is IMPS. This can be easily countered like this. When there is State Bank, we also have ICICI Bank. When there is ICICI Bank, we also have Yes Bank. So there is nothing wrong in having more than one remittance system. Understand? It is not like a prime minister's post or president post, which has got only one post. This IMPS UPI is a method of payment. So there are different methods of payment. That's all. I will look at it that way. Could you follow, Maghi Jain? This point I did why it did not strike me earlier. I don't know. I wanted to go through the provisions fully. Okay, tell me.
Sir, I read some differences. First, IMPs पे हम लोग जैसे यूपीआई पे हम बिल पेमेंट्स किसी को पेमेंट सेंड करना, अपने बिल्स पे करना वो सब कर सकते हैं, बट आईएमपीएस पे हम सिर्फ सेंड कर सकते हैं। एंड यूपीआई में हमें ये बेनिफिशियरी वगैरह ऐड करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती, बट आईएमपीएस में पूरा डिटेल्स लिखना होता है। अ, जैसे आईएफएससी कोड, पूरा बेनिफिशियरी ऐड करना होता है, और उसमें सिर्फ हम वन टैप से अपना टू फैक्टर ऑथेंटिकेशन से कर सकते हैं
Hmm, correct.
यूपीआई में। सो आई
Hmm,
रेड दीज डिफरेंसेस।
very good. So this is how we have to analyze this. Thank you. Thanks for asking the question. Now, actually, I wanted to take you today to one page, which not that this is not a new one. I have posted it long back, but today I try to present it in a different form. See, this was prepared by me so many years back. Now, this list can be improved upon. See, whenever we go for an interview, we will be getting questions more or less like on this basis only. So, for example, mm, yeah, whatever areas I am going to tell you about, you must be able to talk on what is that, when is that, why is that, where is that, which is that, who are the parties involved in that, how is it happening? Anything for that matter, you must be able to make a paragraph writing on these issues. For example, we will start going through this. Who is there now who can read it for me? Yeah, next person who has come today, Athanu Pandey. Is your internet okay, Athanu
Yes, sir.
Pandey? Yeah.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, now please read. Athanu Pandey, you are appearing for RRB, IBPS PO only?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please read. Read the following banking awareness seriously. Pose questions to you based on banking, like based on, it should be points, based on banking for banking topics. Like, please tell, read RBI.
RBI.
Read.
Sir, I have to read this list.
Only list. First, we will go through the list only. Then afterwards, each one we can frame questions on this, and we can discuss about it. Continue.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Today,
sir. Yes.
today I think we can revise the list only. This list, once we go through this will be sufficient for our any bank interview. Please go through.
Yes, sir. RBI, cash reserve ratio, CRR, statutory liquidity ratio, SLR, base rate, lead bank scheme, repo rate, reverse repo rate, small banks, payment banks,
Oh, 1 minute.
governors of RBI.
1 minute.
Yes.
Talking about rate, I think this also can be put MCLR. Yeah.
MCLR. Yes, sir.
Continue. Then payment banks.
Governors of RBI, deputy governors of RBI, credit policy of RBI, NPAs, prompt corrective action, priority sector advances, merchant banking, housing finance, export finance, retail lending,
Sorry.
EVL loans.
No, it
What,
should be
sir?
jewel loans. Jewel loans.
Jewel
Yeah.
loans. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Mortgages,
Just a minute.
hypothecation,
Mortgages, hypothecation. Continue.
pledge, documentation, limitation in respect of documentation documents, RRBS, NABARD,
No, 1 minute. It should
RRBs, yes, sir.
RRBs.
NABARD,
Hmm.
IDBI, SIDBI, Chairman of Nationalized Banks, ECGC, Niti Aayog Chairman, Deputy Chairman, functions of Niti Aayog, 15th Finance Commission, Chairman and other details, 14th Finance Commission, which bank you have account, complete details about that, and one more bank, deposit schemes, loan schemes, performance of bank, profit, number of branches, ATMs, internet banking.
This will be more relevant in the case of bank promotion interview, and this will
Yes, sir.
also be relevant in the case of people jumping from one bank to another bank. For them, these questions will come more. Continue.
Yes, sir.
internet banking.
Sir, would they ask questions about this performance of bank or number of branches
No, no,
from our
that, no,
choices also?
no. For example, it depends on the position you are holding. That day, I was conducting an interview for a candidate who is working in Punjab National Bank. So the question went like this. So you are working in Punjab National Bank. Who is the chairman? How many branches are there? How many ATMs are there? What is the profit your bank has made? What is the total deposit of your bank? Like that, it will go. Understand?
Okay.
And
Yes, sir.
even that, if he is not able to tell, we will ask, tell me what is the deposit of your branch? Your branch advance how much? Like that, we were asking. Continue. Internet
Sir,
banking.
it can
Yeah.
be asked in the preference as well, right?
No, yeah,
Why
yeah.
have you
No,
taken
no.
that preference?
Yeah. For example, why have you chosen, say, Canara Bank as your preference? Then they can ask, who is the chairman of Canara Bank? How many? What is the deposit of Canara Bank? What made you choose that bank? Where is its headquarters? Like that, questions will go. Continue.
Okay, sir. Mobile banking, internet banking, debit card, credit card, demand drafts, checks, Negotiable Instruments Act, NEFT, RTGS, claims in respect of deceased depositors, types of accounts such as individuals, joint accounts, joint account, EORS, FORS, anyone or survivor partnership firms, limited companies, joint Hindu undivided families, minors, married women, illiterate persons, chairman of that bank, a few more details about that bank's achievements, etc.
Uh,
CTS,
Continue.
core banking solution, computerization of banks, Wi-Fi and internet banking, education loans, agricultural loans, industrial loans, vehicle loans, infrastructure loans, saving banks deposit, current account, fixed deposit, reinvestment deposit, recurring deposits, interest rates, opening of accounts, operation of accounts, closure accounts, role of banks in Indian economy, importance of rural development, which degree did you complete, why not post graduation, why banking, why banking after engineering, your strengths, weaknesses, achievements, hobbies, about your family, father, mother, sibling, brothers or sisters. What do you know about banking? Why you should be selected in relation to others and future of banks in India? Insurance, life insurance, general insurance, companies, policies, details, minor aspects. Economy, Indian economy, three divisions of economy like primary sector, secondary, tertiary. Role of these and their contribution to Indian economy. 5-year plans, how to eradicate poverty. What role will you play in the bank? How will you fit into that role? How will you manage an irate customer, rough staff member, or a drunkard? Ancillary banking services like lockers, safe custody, merchant banking, bank assurance, etc. SEBI, stock markets, mutual funds, demat accounts. Questions based on current affairs in the last 3 months, more especially within last 15 days. Many times what happened a day before also. Mostly related to banking, sports, arts, science, union ministers list, state chief minister lists, basic static GK, capitals or states, countries, tourist spots,
Yeah, 1 minute.
demonetization.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Governors also.
Governors.
Yeah. Yeah. Countries, tourist spots. Continue.
Yes.
Demonetization.
Demonetization affects Swachh Bharat, Aadhaar, Man Ki Baat, Jallikattu, GST, recent elections.
Yeah. Now, of course, Jallikattu may not be important because it is no longer in current issue. Continue.
Yes, sir.
Now, what will come is Adani.
Sir, what should the answer for this question would be, sir?
Which one?
Adani. Sir,
I will
this
show. I will
Adani is.
show. I will show you. I will show you. Yeah, I will show you. Adani. And then I have told you, please search sbank.in also for some of these ideas. So
Yes, sir.
your interview cannot be apart from this, only this
Okay,
thing.
sir.
And there can be questions on, say, about your, say, questions can be related to your family and other things. There, they can also include about your native place, native state and other details that they can ask you. Now, we wanted to see Adani issue. Adani issue. Here it will not come now. I think we should go to YouTube. Adani and Hindenburg. Adani Hindenburg. If we put like that, it will come. There is one boy, Adani replied to Hindenburg. Adani publishes 413 explained அதுக்கு என்ன பேர் சொன்னாங்க அந்த என்னமோ சொன்னாங்க அக்ஷய திவக் some name he was telling Satish was telling that one say YouTube channel, one boy, he has posted it very nicely. One minute, just a minute. I will find out what is the name. It was coming here. Just a minute.
What is going to say? What will happen to all the Adani stock price? That it will skyrocket. That is precisely what is happening with Adani stocks, and that is precisely what.
Just a minute. What is that boy? Akshat Srivastava. Yeah. Oh, good. Akshat Srivastava. That boy's name is Akshat Srivastava. Akshat Srivastava is the report, and I am showing you. This has come 1 million reports. Yeah. Hello, are you listening to me? Is it? Are you able to listen to this? I think sound has not been shared. I should share
Yes.
the sound. Now I am sharing it. Please see it. 1 minute. This is very.
The entire story. So therefore, we demolished. What needs to happen is that the positions need to get cut in the cash market. Points, because these type of points will get missed. Point number one is that this video is not a personal attack on Adani Group or Adani Ji, all that stuff. I'm a basic retail investor and I'm giving out information for retail investors. Point number two, a very important point here is that there is a lot of panic that is going on, that Adani stocks are going to go to zero. There's some fundamental issue going. Now see, this might or might not happen, but the fundamentals you should know. So basically, for a stock to fall to and get absolutely demolished, what needs to happen is that the positions need to get cut in the cash market. So cash market means that you're taking delivery and then selling the stocks. So someone needs to own such high volumes of Adani stocks and they need to sell it after looking at all the panic that is going on. So now the Hindenburg report that has come out. So Hindenburg is shorting the stock. This is something that I have explained extensively on the main video, so please watch it. You will understand what that means. But to cut the long story short, what is basically happening is that for a stock to fall significantly, someone needs to cut position in the cash market. Right now, the allegations are that, that Adani Ji and his allies are controlling most of the Adani stocks. So who is going to sell? That's the key question. So a couple of points come here that,
Yeah. Excuse me, I am not going into the full details of it now. Are you listening to me, boys, girls, who are
Yes,
there?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we
sir,
will
you're
watch it.
audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you listening to that? Are you interested in watching some more minutes, or should I tell you what I think about this briefly and leave you?
Sir, tell us
Sir,
the
we will watch,
summary.
sir, we will watch
What-
this video on our
Yeah.
own. You tell us,
maybe
sir,
banks
what
could
should we
sell
answer?
Yeah.
because
Acha,
a lot
acha.
of pledged promoter.
Very good. You will watch this video of your own. Let me tell you what I have learned from this video briefly.
Yes, sir.
Number one is you must know the name of the company, Hindenburg. Hindenburg is a research associate company. It's a small company in USA. They have made research of various companies, and they have found that in this company there is short selling. Short selling means a person selling shares without really possessing the shares. In this case, what happened? There are about 7 companies affected by this, wherein I don't know what is happening right now in stock market in India. Just now we can see BSC, Sensex. What is happening? We can see that it is showing only 11 a.m. It has not come down. It is still in 59,000 only. Not bad. So right now it has started correctly. So what this man has told in that video is that say the Adani Group have started some shell companies, that is companies which are not really existing. They have opened in various countries like Mauritius and other countries. And in all these companies, they have 75% shares and 15% shares are again by their own relatives, and 10% only may be from outsiders. And they use these companies' names for buying their own shares. Their own shares they buy and mm, they sell in the market. See what happens when these companies come out for sale, 75% of shares are held with them. They will not be selling those shares. They may be selling only among the 25% shares, which are also indirectly owned by them. So under that circumstances, what happens? The share price goes up, and that buying also they only do it. They only do it. So and not only that, using these shares, they go to State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, and borrow money and use that money again for buying further shares of their own companies using the shell companies. That one. Not only that, by so doing, what happened? They have increased the share price of their company so many times. I am not exactly remember how much percentage, some 5,000 percentage or so. They have increased it like anything over the last 3 years, such that they have made companies like LIC also to invest in them. LIC has invested 87,000 crore. All our money they have invested in that. And here during discussion he is telling um, the prices may not come down drastically, because that will happen only if the LIC is going to sell shares, if the banks are going to sell shares. And if they sell shares, they will be cutting their own legs. The prices will still further come down. So mostly people may not sell in that way. And also, the Adani Group has been taking steps to say no to the suggestions given there. They have released some 400 pages report also. So nobody can really guess what is going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and all. But however, this report has revealed a group of people have managed to raise funds and buy shares and start companies without their being readily available. And even in their own books, what they are maintaining, out of 7 companies, 5 companies' current ratio is less than 1. In one company, it is 0.2. In other company, it is 0.5. What is current ratio? Commerce students will know. Current assets by current liabilities. And the current liabilities are more in almost all these companies, showing that the company will not be able to meet its obligations. That is what they have told. This much is sufficient. I will give the link of that in our Telegram page. You can also watch that and you can make your own notes for that. Because today I was talking to a girl from Jharkhand. She was asking, Sir, will they ask about this? Yes, they will certainly ask about this if you go for Federal Bank interview and all, they will certainly ask. Anybody is for a Federal Bank here? Here in this group,
Yes, sir.
anybody? Yeah. Oh, who is that, Kirti?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. If you go for Federal Bank, they will ask what is the share price of Federal Bank today, 131 rupees or so. What is the market capitalization? 28,000 crore. So these points you must be able to know when you go for this thing. There is no need for going for say uh, there is no need for in respect of IBPS PO interview, there is no need for you to know about you know only about one bank, your preference bank or your bank where you are having your accounts. So this is what it is. Now I have given you full list today, and beyond that questions may not come. In fact, I can add some more points also. For example, National Housing Bank, then ECGC, Exim Bank, then EPFO, PFRDA, LIC. Like this, we can add some more points also in that one. Very good. So please go and read lot of materials that I have given you. Prepare yourself well so that you can face the interview with confidence. And I think anybody, is the IBPS link opening now or not?
Not yet, sir.
Yeah. Tell me.
No, sir.
Yeah.
So I want, can you please explain lead bank?
Lead bank. You are
Yes,
asking. Lead bank concept was started way back in 1969 as per Gadigal Committee report. According to that, the each bank which has got more number of branches in that district are allotted the lead bank responsibility. They conduct, say, a research in that place. They make a survey of that place. They make a report. How many people are living in that place? What is the profession of the people? What are the industries that are there? What are the schools? How many schools? How many colleges? Likewise, what are the various projects going on? Like that, they make it out. And then they conduct lead bank meetings every month with other member banks, and they discuss in that, and they tell in this district we have to encourage this particular line of activity. We have to give more finance. You are all allotted this much, say, target. You have to reach this target. That is how they say. And lead bank is the scheme. Is they have a committee in which they decide what is the limit that can be granted for, say, the grains for production, crops production in that district. See, under KCC, the limit is sanctioned based on the extent of land over which cultivation is made, the crop that is being grown, and also based on scale of finance that is decided by the lead bank committee only. So that is the role of lead bank. And this concept was started long back, keeping in view the objective of financial inclusion in mind. But from that only, right now, from 2014, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has come, Vayu Vandana scheme, then Atal Pension Yojana, Pradhan Mantri JJBY, PMSBY. So many schemes have come, about which I have already given you olive board material. In that also you can go and read that. So this much about lead bank. In interview, if you ask, you can say lead bank is a bank which takes responsibility to make a survey about that district. They conduct meetings periodically. They allocate targets to various banks so that the district progresses. That's all. And
So basically, the research and policy framework work is done
yeah,
by lead bank.
yeah, and you better get to know which is the lead bank in your district.
Okay, sir.
That's all. Thank you.
Sir, will they
how
ask
many
about
IoT
BBC document?
Pardon?
Sir, will they ask about BBC documentary on Modi sir?
Yeah, BBC, if they ask, you tell what the stand of the government. Stand of the government is that whatever they are telling is not a realistic one. They have been framed now in order to bring bad name for the country. Many people say that this is done by the other countries after G20 presidency has come to India. And in order to bring bad name, they are doing like this. And not only that, you see, on the one side, this BBC, on the other side, this Hindenburg report. Likewise, so many ways they are trying to big problem for our country because almost all the neighbors of our country are having issues like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, everybody is having problems. So maybe that is one reason why problems are created. But however, there are issues involved in our system also where, I mean, it cannot be recorded. 1 minute.